Let's start with the beginning. So there we go. So it's about maximizing LinkedIn, the importance of optimization. Years ago, people really had no idea about LinkedIn, or a very few professionals or people you might have come across that had their profile on LinkedIn. So it wasn't that popular, but now it is one of the most popular platform when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to networking, when it comes to job hunting, when it comes to building a brand, because LinkedIn is a hub of the strongest network. You can find anyone on LinkedIn, any professional, any CEO, any personality, but they are sharing their professional insights. It is just like a social media platform, but really different than Facebook's Instagram. Here, people share their insights about their professional journey. People are helping each other. And literally 90% of my work, I have always get projects from LinkedIn, and LinkedIn has been like a dream come true. LinkedIn has provided me, when I talk about my personal journey, LinkedIn was the only main platform where I got all my clients or my projects, where I built a network and optimized it over the years. And it's the journey of like 5 years. And LinkedIn was the main source of my all the income I generated so far. So this is why I always tell people the importance of LinkedIn, but it is all about spending time. It's all about being consistent on LinkedIn, and it's all about learning new things. So let's discuss about LinkedIn, how LinkedIn is a big deal now. It's like a massive user base now. As I told you, that you can find anyone on LinkedIn. So any professional CEO, you can connect with anyone. For example, if you want to apply in a company that you really wish, for example, Unilever, but you want to start building a network with the people of Unilever, you can simply uh, find people from the company of Unilever working in your particular region, so that you can have an insight of what kind of people are working there, so that you can stay connected to them. And it's all about you, that how are you going to optimize LinkedIn. So LinkedIn was acquired by Microsoft in 2016 for $26.2 million dollars. And it is one of the biggest platform for when it comes to professionalism and when it comes to job hunting so far. And platform was launched in 2003, and I myself registered on LinkedIn like in 2016 or 18 or 2016, but I started optimizing it properly in 2021 and 2021. Yes. So far, I'm going to share some insights about how LinkedIn profile looks, a professional profile. If you can see that it's my own profile, I have more than 10,000 followers so far. And now I'm going to break down how you can effectively optimize LinkedIn. What are the crucial areas? What things you have to be considered when you are creating your profile? And is it really important when it comes to job hunting, or we just have to stick to the CV or resume part? So let me tell you that because we live in the technical era, everybody relies on looking things like on a platform like social media, Facebook, or whatsoever. But since the HR cannot simply go to your Facebook accounts, they have this platform where they would be seeing that what activities are you indulged in, how proactively you are as a professional developing yourself. So it's kind of like something rather than your CV speaks about you as a platform. Which is updated, where information is coming and going, and you are just being consistent and active on LinkedIn. So this gonna be playing like a good part if you would be updating your LinkedIn profile as well, rather than just the CVs, because in now the practice you would see that most of the what I prefer my clients when they're adding the LinkedIn profile URL, I always suggest them just optimize your LinkedIn and add a URL, because sometimes there are HR that they prefer to go to your profile and have an instant look what you do instead of reading words. So it could be any case. So starting with the most crucial areas of the LinkedIn that you have to consider. while creating a profile is your picture that should be professional, that should be clear, that should be not, for example, I came across my clients where they are like in the bus and taking picture and they're like in a station and in a park or something, but your picture must be clear with a proper background. What am I doing here? I'm doing a proper branding of my profile where I selected a color thing. So it's optimization plus branding. So what am I doing? I have decided a color theme which I use for my profile as well as for my background. The second important thing is your background, which you always have to optimize. I have seen people just adding flowers or just a generic background. See, whenever you uh, scroll on a profile, you come across a profile, you see that it's a comment, you really are indulged. You just want to see that who the person is. So you're gonna just simply put your cursor on the name. The the first thing that pops up, I don't know why is it not popping up, is your name, your headline section, which is this section, and then it's your picture and your background. So you have to make sure that these things, because they are the instant picture of your professional history, you as a person, must be updated professionally. So make sure that in your headline section, you are adding all the key elements, all the keywords that is needed. If a person is finding, for example, I am a resume writer. If somebody would be finding me and needs a resume writer, they're going to simply search on LinkedIn and then going to type resume writer. And of course, I have the proper key element, I have that keyword, then my name is going to pop up not in the first or the second page, wherever it would be, but I would be searchable. If you're a CEO specialist, SEO specialist, and you're not adding SEO in your headline, you're just simply saying that looking for. I have seen a profile where people are like looking for opportunities, adding in the headline section, and there are cases where the LinkedIn profiles are like they need completely a revamp because people literally have no idea what to do with their profile. So you have to make sure that you are optimizing the keyword limit. So in every section where the content is available, there is a limit on LinkedIn. So of course, it is the case with the headline section. So what I did, I started with like certified professional resume writer, which I am proud of the most, then LinkedIn branding specialist and founder. Of course, I have a company, so I also mentioned it, resume on point, transforming. And then for the catchy element, rather than just putting myself as a title, I also added a catchy element, which is transforming your experiences into an opportunity. It is for a resume writing field. And then I added reforming your LinkedIn profile into a business magnet. So the first thing to do is to make sure you're optimizing your LinkedIn profile head to toe perfectly, not missing any section, not missing any crucial area in it. So the second thing that you can see, it's a badge which I earned over a time. So if you are someone who has special skills, for example, you are good at marketing. So what you can do, this is something which is extra, but it is going to give you a lot of edge. I'm sorry, I have bad throat today. Sorry about that. So you're going to go to the articles. There are articles available on LinkedIn where you're going to read the articles. Then in the sections, you're going to contribute your opinion about the article and add anything rather than just which is already mentioned in the articles. When you do that on the regular practice and for months on the daily basis, then you're able to get that badge. So I got it over the period of time. Then you also have to add your current location. In the location section, you can also provide your contact information. It's up to you. If you want to people to reach out to you by number, you can also add your number here. Or simply, if you want to add your email, you can add your email here. If you have your Instagram account, if you have a business which you're running on Instagram, YouTube, wheresoever, you can also add the links here. So people can easily go and check that out. So I added the link of my company here, as you can see, because I want people to come directly on my profile on my website after my profile, then these are the sections. This is the section where you can add any section if you think that this section is not available on my profile, but I believe I have this particular information or content. You can simply go to the add profile section area and add any section which you think is missing in your profile. So it's simply that. And if you're someone who wants to offer your services on LinkedIn as well, trust me, this is like a game changer for me. I have been struggling a lot to get clients directly to my LinkedIn, my website. But when I find out that there is a button, which is why my services button, where you just have to create a button and add everything about your services. So it's all about my services. It's about that. It's kind of like Fiverr and Upwork, where you have a profile and where you have added the services you can provide, which I did. You can add your company, you can add your media. So if somebody is landing on my services page, they can see the samples of my work, they can see the reviews and rating. And then on the daily basis, LinkedIn provides you leads, like tons of leads. So I can give you the example that this is how the leads looks like. You would get the leads of people that they're interested in your services. Then it is all up to you that how you're going to convert these leads into your customers. But for that, you have to buy LinkedIn premium services because LinkedIn doesn't support this button on like non-premium clients. So I think it's worth a shot if you're someone who's selling freelancing services like marketing, the services like what I am doing. So this is a must thing you can do because you just have to buy this, have to optimize your profile, make sure your samples are there, and then you're good to go. You're going to get like 10 to 15 leads on a daily basis through LinkedIn. And if you're going to be very active with that, then you're surely going to turn um, at least 2 out of 15 to your clients. So this is open to work section. Sometimes people who are looking for jobs, they do also have this section where they add a button, which is like a tag on your profile, which says, I am open for work. It's totally up to you if you want that, if you're looking for job opportunities, so you can have it. So this is kind of a way that people would know that you have these particular skills and you're also looking for jobs rather than just, for example, you can see this example. I have this example with me where she has open to work tag. And sometimes if you're hiring, so LinkedIn is not just for looking for opportunities, it's also giving opportunities. So there are both the people in that case. So you can see that she's open to work. She has that tag, and that whenever somebody would be seeing that random picture, she has a title, I would know that she's the resume writer. And if I would need more assistance with my resume writing project, I would simply go and ask her if she's available, how can if she can share her some samples of the work, and I'm going to connect with her and do stuff like that. So this is up to you. If you're looking for opportunities, you can simply go that. So it's analytics. So I've been not active on LinkedIn from like 2 weeks because I've been traveling. So these are my analytics. You have to, that's another part, that how you can be active on LinkedIn and engage and connect. But I'm going to simply go down to the profile and going to make sure that you know that how to optimize it. Make sure you're nailing your headline section, because that is the thing that is going to pop up. People add a lot of symbols, people add a lot of hooks, catchy lines. So it's all up to your creativity. If you can be innovative and optimize this section perfectly, I would suggest you to keep on it. And also one thing, when it comes to LinkedIn, you cannot do like, I optimize my profile and done. Now I'm going to sit for months and years. I'm going to wait that things going to change around. This is never going to happen. You have to update your profile with the passage of time, because this is what I did. Like in 3 to 4 years, I optimize my profile like after every 4 or 5 months, changing something in my headline section, changing something in my background, coming up with some new pictures. So you have to make sure that you're updating it rather than just changing it and sticking it to it for the longer period. Then the uh, when it's in our city, we have a summary section, but when it is in our LinkedIn, we have an about section, which is about me. So I'm gonna make sure that it is readable, it is catchy, it is telling everything about. It's not that wordy because I know people do not like seeing paragraphs, big paragraphs, and this is what I would suggest you not to add the paragraphs that are not really interested. People are not really interested sometimes reading into paragraphs. So I started with a quote which I really liked. Then it was meet me, and I added everything, my credentials, my experience, my profile, and each and everything. So I wanted people to know that my clients were from these top leading companies because it is then again a catchy element. So I added it. I dive into my expert services. So I categorize my services because I offer different services. It's CV writing services, then it's LinkedIn optimization, and then it's LinkedIn branding. So I have categorized my services. I also added a hook, get a resume review at this. So you also have to make sure that you're adding some kind of like a hook. A hook is a statement which make people do something about what you said. Rather they're going to visit your profile, rather they're going to connect with you, rather they're going to search for you, whatsoever it is. Again, your creativity. So then it's about my services in detail. It's resume writing, company, LinkedIn branding. But I have added it in a way that it is still readable and enjoyable, not just like adding random paragraphs in here. So you can also add your email address or any link if you prefer that people would see my profile. And then if you're someone looking for a job, then do add about your experience that you have had experience in this past year. And if you're someone, most of you are students, I would suggest you to add about your projects that you did. For example, if you're going in a field like sales and you are a student of sales, but you have been participating in certain projects, or you have some internships, you have some certifications. If you have no experience, then please do add whatever you have, rather your projects, your training, your credentials, whatever it is, but add it in a way that you are competent, you are adaptable, and you're ready to nail the opportunity that comes your way. But have to make sure that you're being a bit creative about it because on LinkedIn, there are tons of profiles, there are tons of professionals with the same experience, level of experience, and things. The ones who stand out are the ones who are consistent, active, and a bit creative. So you can also add your top skills here. That's the section. And the most interesting section here is the services section. So what you can do here, this is a features like this is the service section, which I already mentioned, showed you above. It's a button, and then this is the section. So it's about a glimpse of my services, which I already showed you that that's my page, but it's just a glimpse of it. So you can then go up to the feature section. And now this is the section, if you have any certifications, anything that you want people to see, and it's in media, you can add is in your feature section. If it's a video or you attending a particular webinar, session, an event, or you have a certificate credential, you can add it. It could be your sample of work as well. So this is what I did. I added my certification here to make people see that I am not just claiming that I'm a certified professional resume writer, but this is a reality that this is my certificate as well. So it is the article which I wrote and I wanted people to see it. So I added in the feature section. And these are the samples of my work. So a lot of people come to me and the second thing they ask that, can we see your samples? And it gets really hefty to arrange your samples. Sometimes you are chatting with your clients from the mobile and sometimes you're not available, you don't have your samples. So you can simply ask them to visit your profile and see your work samples from there. So this is what you can use your feature section for. So it is up to you. It is up to your professional goals. If you are doing a business, you can add your product pictures here. If you're doing anything, your prices, whatever it is, but you have to make sure that you're optimizing it perfectly. And this is the activity section is whenever you're commenting or whenever you're posting any video picture, then this is the activities that people can see when the HR would land on your profile and really interested to see that what kind of activities you are in. So most of the people have the LinkedIn profile, but they never use it in a way. They don't post, they don't engage. So I've seen this section not really engaging. So this could be a red flag that you just have a profile, but you're not really into things. But it's not going to be a big deal. But I would suggest you to stay active, and especially if you're building a brand, you have to engage and be consistent and post on regular basis on LinkedIn. So, and I'm going to show you some examples that how it works. So this is the activity section where I just recently posted about me, uh, my journey of 10th that title. So I just posted about it, my journey. It could be anything. So I would share an example to make you understand about how LinkedIn branding works very well. So I'm in the game like in the recent years, and between the times I was not very active on LinkedIn due to some personal reasons, but I also have a profile to show you how things work. So you can see that this is a lady, Aisha Amir. She is building brands on LinkedIn, helping people. So she has her own company, and this is her branding. This is branding that you have a very strong background with a picture, with all the details that you want people to see in the instant look, and then the headline section. So what is she doing? She is really active on LinkedIn, really active that she's posting on regular basis, commenting, whatever she's doing, but she is really active. So she has these links, that personal brand on LinkedIn, how you can do it. So she's really active. And just because she is active, just because she's posting on regular basis, just because she's commenting on people's um, engaging on LinkedIn, is not just posting. It's about connecting your opinion, adding your opinion, adding value on LinkedIn. For instance, I'm just scrolling on LinkedIn and I came across a post related to some resume or something. And I think I should add my opinion here. So, and I'm going to add some opinion, and people are going to react it. People are going to agree or disagree with it, but that is going to create some engagement because I have been doing it from years, and trust me, if especially you're selling your services, you're a freelancer or something, this is gonna work more than anything, more than Fiverr, more than Upwork. LinkedIn is a hub of opportunities. It's totally up to you where you're spending your time. So this is the example which I just wanted to share with you. So she has everything spot on that, and she has 47,000 followers so far. So this is the power of LinkedIn. After the activity section, there is the experience section. So you're going to start with adding your recent experience you have, then your other experiences. It's not going to be like you just added the title, the name, but you also have to make sure that you're adding. You can simply copy paste the content from your CV as well, but you can also add some personal element to it. For example, I'm not going to add I in my CV. I'm going to start it with the verb. But when it comes to my LinkedIn profile, I'm going to make sure that it's a talkative way. So I'm going to say that I support clients in securing desired roles by creating, doing this. I ensure timely submissions with high level. So you can add some personal touch here on LinkedIn, and make sure if you have experience of a very good company, do add it. Don't skip any element of it. Then after the experience section, we have education experience. So I recently got my degree in MSc Leadership and Human Resource Management, and I recently completed this degree, and it was from this certain university. Do add your skills related to it. So it's really going to give an impact that where you studied, what skills you are in. So it would tell about it, and you can also add your all the education history. which I did. Just for example, I'm going to show you that I added my masters. So these are my two masters. This is kind of like my three masters, which I added. So you can start it by adding your bachelor's and then masters. I won't suggest you to add your very previous educational history, but do add at least your bachelor's and then your master's degrees. Hmm. I need a moment to breathe. Sorry. So it's the certification section. So do add your all certification, your courses, if you have any training, anything, on LinkedIn, people showcase themselves like they are the king of this particular skill. So they do make sure that they're adding every element to it, that they have done these projects, they have these training, these courses, they were participating in the events, they hosted it. So anything that you can link, you have to make sure that you're updating it on your LinkedIn profile. So this is the project which I did when I was doing a job, and this is my membership, which is not really, it's just like a squad on Saturdays. On LinkedIn, there is a Saturday day where people would like to connect to each other. So there are people who post content like, okay, whoever's going to comment in the section, we're going to be connecting. So they on LinkedIn, usually most of the people celebrate it is like social Saturday. So it's up to you if you want to be the part of it. But I've seen, I know a girl who started with the scratch, but she was just a part of the Saturday social club. And then after 1 year or two, I went to her profile and I was like, boom, she had like 20,000 plus followers just because of that. So sometimes people ask me, does it worth be having a lot of followers but still having no projects, no clients, not any engagement? But I would suggest you, for example, if you would come to my profile and you would say, wow, 10,000 followers, or wow, 40,000 followers. So she must know something. So it is something really impressive. And it's not like just people are following you, but you have to make sure that you are making them as a family on LinkedIn. You're posting, you're engaging. So there are a lot of people, whenever I post, they add their comments on the regular basis, and I engage with them. So it is something networking, and it is something that I know these people in, like they are engaging with me and they're very active with me. So also make sure that you're adding all the skills. Then this skill section, you can add the skills section here, and you can ask your colleagues, your friends, your teacher, whatsoever, to endorse you. What endorsement is, it's like they're supporting that you have that particular skill. They know that you have that particular skill. So whenever someone support it, endorse it, so it gives an edge that they're endorsing your skills, that yes, she literally has that skill. Then it's recommendation section. So it is also a crucial section where if you have worked with your teacher, for example, and you say that you're a student and you want some recommendations to be on your profile, you can ask your teachers that, can you please pass me a recommendation based on my that performance? Or you can ask your friend or your colleague that they recommend you on basis of a certain skill or a project you did. What could be it? But people would like to know that what is the opinion of others regarding your services. So these are my clients, and when I completed their projects, I asked them very professionally if they can provide me a recommendation on LinkedIn. So that's what they did. And it's also a very good thing because people would really appreciate that you have some recommendations on your profile. Then it's awards and honors. If you have gotten any award like Student of the Year or whatever it is, make sure that you're adding it. You're not leaving any section blank, or you are not skipping anything. So if you know about any languages, you can also add that you're fluent or you're native, whatever it is. You can also add some languages. So it gives the HR or a person an idea what kind of a language you can speak, if you can understand that or not. So this is the walkthrough. of the LinkedIn profile, which is generic, that how you can simply optimize it, make sure that you are not leaving any section of it and you're optimizing it perfectly. So it was all about LinkedIn profile optimization and how you can create your banner. Simply go to Canva. There are a lot of banners available on Canva. Um, you can simply edit them. You can simply use them directly. Just make some different changes. You can also create a color theme for your brand or your profile from Canva. So this is where I added my picture. You just have to come up with creativity. If you are in a field, in a particular field, and you want to say that, okay, I want to have hints that what things I should upload on my LinkedIn profile. Just simply go and search that people of your field, what are they doing? So it really helps you give an idea. For example, I also had a very generic background section, but when I started searching, I saw that people have it really given it a very personalized touch. Then I added it, and I came up with some creativity. So make sure that because this section of your background would be covered by your profile picture, so make sure you're not adding anything here, because if there would be any text or image, it would get hidden. So make sure you are doing most of your work on when it comes to your background, this area, the middle area, and then this area. And whenever you also would have the option to what thing you want to stand out here. So since I added my current experience as an owner of Resume On Point LLC, so I added it here. And I have a premium service, so it shows me this way. So it was all about LinkedIn profile, that how you can optimize it. Then, because I covered the most of the part of which is the presentation, so I'm gonna give a brief introduction of each area. So profile completeness, which I told you that it is really crucial to complete your profile. Keyword usage, make sure that you're adding relevant keywords. You're not just simply going and just randomly adding things like that. You just have to make sure that you are being very specific and adding relevant keywords. Activity levels, boost your activity levels, because it would give an impact, especially if you're doing a brand, if you're selling your services on LinkedIn. But if you're just looking for a job on LinkedIn, then you can skip part. But I think if you would be more active on LinkedIn, you'd be more visible on LinkedIn. And there are the chances a recruiter would directly come to you and say, I saw your profile and I see that you're being very active. You have that particular skills, your education, you have that experience. So I'm interested in connecting with you. Let's have a chat, and so on, so on, so on. So your activity levels would help you. And opportunity increase, of course, when you would have an optimized LinkedIn profile. Your chances of getting uh, your chances of being visible, your chances of being stand out, so would increase by 40%. So algorithm favorability, of course. So when I am active on LinkedIn, people are connecting with me, people are commenting on my posts, people are searching for me. I would be automatically standing out. I would be coming on the front page. I would be coming on the first pages, the second page. Whenever anybody would be looking for a recruiter or a resume writer, then I would pop up in the first page. So it would be an algorithm based on me being active on LinkedIn. Then it is building a strong professional brand on LinkedIn. So consistent content sharing. There you and what kind of a content you share? Let me just walk you through this. Engaging with industry groups. There are a lot of just like Facebook on LinkedIn, you can also find very specific groups related to your field. You can participate there. You can ask questions there. Then showcase your expertise. Of course, when you're a brand, you have to make sure that you are adding your specific and all the expertise that you have developed over the past years. And utilizing LinkedIn's publishing platform. There are a lot to LinkedIn rather than just these things. You can also get courses, you can also get publications, you can also be the part of newsletters on LinkedIn. and you can do a lot on LinkedIn, attracting people views. And of course, you would get more views on your profile. Whenever anybody would come on your profile, you would simply get a notification that this person has reviewed your profile. So you would know that, okay, they're kind of like an engagement or something. So I have a comment here. And somebody asked that, kindly advise if it's possible. I have two profiles and I want to combine them. Of course, there are people with like different fields. They are doing marketing and then the entirely different thing. And if you have different profiles, you can merge them. You can add all the information in the relevant sections. You can add two different things on your headline section. So it's not a big deal, but you have to make sure that you're doing it really perfectly in a way that if somebody is reviewing your profile, they're not, there must be a balance of two. So if you want to hit the two areas, two different areas on LinkedIn, you have to make sure that you're balancing them and adding them very perfectly. And for your, which I thought that I would do and I forgot, I'm going to share my LinkedIn profile link in the comment section that if you want to review it for your understanding, you can do that. And you can simply reach out to me anytime you want. So this is about LinkedIn and how I'm going to also walk you through that, how I managed to get a lot of followers and a lot of projects on LinkedIn. So it's as your students, I can assume that you might be using LinkedIn for your job hunting. So the first thing that you have to do is to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Then you're going to go and search for the job. For example, I'm going to look for the HR roles. Then I'm going to simply add HR in the field section and going to set a job alert after adding all the filters. So I'm looking for jobs. I'm going to add this section that these are the jobs that I'm looking, and I'm going to add the particular location I'm looking the job in. So it is UK because I am based in UK. So I'm going to add it. But if you want to be very specific that I want to look for the job in this particular city, you can also add the city or your postcode. So this is what you can do. Then I don't know, my internet connection is not working well. So you can also add an experience level. If you're like, I want to start with the internship, you can simply add internship here or entry level roles. If you want to work full time or part time or remote, you can also add this that I want on-site job, remote job. So there are a lot of things that you can do. Date posted if you don't want to look to the roles that are past a month or whatever. So you can add any time you prefer. But after doing that, you can set an alert here. So once you will do it, you whenever there would be a job, you would start getting LinkedIn notifications that in that particular alert you got a job opportunity, and you would have this section for example, this is HR and recruiter assistant. I think I see that I am interested in this role. I'm going to go through the details. I'm going to look that if I would have a, these particular skills. Sometimes, because I have the premium package, they would say that there are similarities. They're going to tell that in 32% have the people who applied for the roles have a master's degree, 21% have a master's of business administration. So it is with the premium services that you get so many details that there are 226 applicants, 31 applicants in the past day, and 52% entry level applicants and 31% on senior level applicants. So it is going to give me a detailed breakdown if you have a premium package. But if you don't have it, I won't suggest you to like just buy it for this particular reason. Simply if you see that this is the role you're really interested in, and you go to your LinkedIn profile or your CV and you see that there are a lot of things missing in your CV that they require, but you do have them, or you are able to do certain things, please do add these particular skills in your CV and your LinkedIn profile. So when it comes to your profile, you have to make sure that this your profile, if you're looking for a job, is one role specific, and your CV also. But there are cases where you can add If you're looking into different fields, you can also optimize your LinkedIn profile differently, but you have to make sure that you're doing it perfectly, that it is not making any trouble for the people who are seeing it. So if you see that, okay, I have everything ready, you can simply apply for this role. You're going to add your details here, your number, your CV. So I have different CVs which I uploaded on LinkedIn. But if you have, for example, different CVs and you're looking for different roles, what you can do is select the particular CV for that particular role. So if I'm going to look for the role in HR, I'm going to simply add my HR CV. But if I'm looking at in CV writer as a CV writer, then I'm going to select this one. Then they would have their questions, which you can just complete and add sections. So this is entirely, but this is a very smooth process. I think I accidentally applied for the role. Bingo. So, anyways, so this was the example that this is how simple it is. Then you have to make sure that you're doing on regular basis. If you are looking for jobs, like you're really desperate for a job, you have to make sure that you are applying for at least 20 to 30 jobs daily on LinkedIn or on other platforms. But you are connecting with people. Now, what strategy you could do? You can simply, if you want the job in a particular field, you can add people that are HR professionals of your fields. Simply add people like HR. For example, if I was looking for a job, because I'm also gonna uh, do a job soon, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add HR professionals and I'm going to add them and I'm going to be very active on LinkedIn of my particular region. For example, if I'm looking for the job in Birmingham, I'm going to add HR professionals from the Birmingham. And sometimes the HR recruiters, they pop up like, oh, you have that particular skill. So there could be any luck on LinkedIn. And I know that it is you being lucky and active. So when you're applying for a job, they also tell that this is the particular person and this is the particular company or this is the particular professional who uploaded this job. In this particular case, I cannot see that, but let me show you an example. What you can do after applying for the job, you can simply send them a very professional message that, hey, my name is Des. I have this expertise and I recently applied for the job that you posted. I am really looking forward to your response. And because I did this once and I really got the attention of the recruiter and I really got that job. So these are the key tips that I'm giving that you can do for this particular reason. At LinkedIn profile, yes, you can add PDF documents. You're asking for PDF because it says it's DPF. I have a question from Eddie. Yeah, of course, I would suggest you to add PDF versions because they are more readable and especially when it's your CV. I would always suggest you guys to add your PDF version of your CVs on LinkedIn. So this is how you can do the job hunting. You can simply go on LinkedIn, scroll what people are doing on your feed of your field, and this is when it is relevant to the job hunting. You can simply reach out to the HR professionals that I'm looking for the job. If you have any opportunities, do let me know. So you can add a lot of people in the HR field, and if you would have the premium package, because on LinkedIn you cannot simply go and message people instantly. You have to connect with them first and do things like that. So if you want to have build a very big network, and what I did, I needed projects as a resume writer in the beginning. What I started doing, I started searching for resume writers, and because I wanted to work with the people in US, I added the section, the filter of people in US, and I simply sent them the connection request. For example, it's the people's option I'm going to select because I'm looking for people and I'm looking for professionals this time. And I am also looking for the professionals in the United States. I'm going to add that filter. This is how you can connect to the people. You can simply send them connection requests and add a note or simply send that. So what I used to do, I send them the connection request, and whenever they accept my connection request, I send them a very professional message that my name is this, I am a certified professional resume writer, I have over 5 years of experience. And if you're outsourcing your work or if you need any assistance with your work, I am available for that. I have good experience and so on. So this is how I got many projects, because if you are reaching out to 50 people on LinkedIn for that particular reason, if you have any skill and you want the role, any part-time thing, so you have to make sure you're connecting to them on regular basis. And LinkedIn has a limit on sending connection requests. So you would have a weekly limit. So you can simply use that limit and connect with people. Once they would accept your request, you would be have the chance to send the message directly, because you cannot directly send message to the people this way. And this is how I got so many projects in the past years, that I randomly connected with the people. I said that I am the same field. This is for those who have the particular skills and looking for some freelance projects. This is how you can do it. But now, when it comes to you being an owner of a company and you are selling some products, you simply just have to update your LinkedIn profile as per your brand, as per your logo, as per your website design, and then simply have to post on regular basis. So what kind of a post could it be? So sometimes me posting on regular basis, sometimes I go like, what can I post? What can I do? Then you have to be very creative. People are sharing their personal lives insights professionally. That how did they struggle? Now, for example, I'm going to share this my recent post where I am talking about that how I managed to get these 10,000 followers over the past of years. So simply with a picture, because people prefer media, and I would suggest you to do that. So add a simple professional picture. Simply start with a catchy statement in the beginning, coming back with a bang of 10K followers on LinkedIn. Because I have not been active on LinkedIn for like 2 weeks because I've been traveling. So this is how I begin my recent post with, and this is how it LinkedIn, where I posted about me being a freelancer and a mother and struggling for the work, and that post got like a 70,000 engagements, and a lot of comments, a lot of likes, and people were connecting. And then boom, I started getting connection requests. People started following me. So anything can work on LinkedIn. You just have to be consistent, have to tell stories, because people love stories. If you think that you're going to talk about your product on LinkedIn and say that I'm selling this, my product is different this way, so this is not really work on LinkedIn, because people prefer stories. And LinkedIn is not a marketing platform. It is, but you have to be very tactful that you're selling something but the people are liking it. So I would suggest you to come up with some stories, some ideas, that how you managed to get on the position, what stories, whatever it could be. So people do start from scratch and get this, so you can also do that. This is how you can build your brand. You have to be consistent on LinkedIn, connecting with people, engaging, commenting, sending them connection requests with a note that, hi, my name is this, and I saw your profile. I really liked it, and I feel like we should connect to get share more insights or future opportunities. Just be brief. Don't want to send very long messages on LinkedIn. And just give me a second. There we go. So back to our presentation, logarithm favorability. So there, when you are sharing your profile, you would have 21 first times more chance to get visible on LinkedIn. And if you're like, because there are people who doesn't share their picture or something on LinkedIn, it really doesn't work that way. You have to share your professional picture where you are um, have a good formal dressing or whatsoever, but it is really visible on LinkedIn. Compelling summaries lead to increased interaction. So if you would have compelling, which I already showed you, about section, you would have more chances, 36% more times more chance to get that. So leveraging LinkedIn for career growth, networking opportunities, you can connect with people, which I already covered. job recommendations. It happens like my client comes to me like, I recommended you to a person, to my friend. So networking is very uh, important thing on LinkedIn. If you're giving good services, if you're connecting with people, if you're for example looking for a job and you went to a HR that I'm looking for jobs, if you would come across any opportunities, can you let me know? So sometimes people get back to you and say, yes, one of my friend is looking for that particular role in this company. They get you connect. So it's recommendation. It works a lot on LinkedIn, and it's all up to you how you spend your time on LinkedIn. Skill showcase. You have to make sure that you're showcasing your achievements, your career growth. For example, just I recently posted that because I earned money from LinkedIn, you optimizing LinkedIn, I was managed to buy an apartment. So it could be something people would say it's personal. Why are you sharing this story? But no, people really uh, gets appreciated and they would be like motivated and they're like, oh, she did that. So people are sharing stories like this, that I was able to get this. I didn't buy an apple, but I invested in a business. Could be anything, but you have to be consistent. Profile optimization, of course, you have to make sure that it is optimized with the passage of time. It's not like you are doing a job and you do not say that, now I finally got a job, I have nothing to do with LinkedIn. No, you have to make sure that you're adding that particular job on LinkedIn and staying consistent on LinkedIn, because nothing, anything comes in your way, any opportunity would be better for you that you can seize. So it would be helpful. Active engagement, of course, the more you would be active on LinkedIn, the more fruitful results you would be getting. So, networking and client acquisition, connecting with clients. As I showed my services button, I get connected with my clients. So now it's up to my skills that how am I going to convert them into my clients. Establishing authority. You have to stand out. There are multiple awards, multiple nominations on LinkedIn, that these are the best resume writer as per this company, and these are the list of top 10 resume writers. So you can get authority, you can stand out as a leader. So it's up to you. Participating in groups, you can also stay active on groups. It's up to you. Advertising capabilities, how you're advertising yourself, but doesn't seem like you're advertising. So you have to be very tactful there. Sharing industry insights, as I know resume writing industry, I would tell my stories, but I can also post, I sometimes post about how my clients do that on resume. You shouldn't be doing this on resume. You should do this and that, anything. Attracting new opportunities. Of course, you have to make sure that you are vulnerable enough that you get attracted to new opportunities. The role of LinkedIn in recruitment and talent acquisition. Leading recruitment platforms, LinkedIn is advanced search filters, which I showed you that how you can serve. You can also select multiple and do multiple filters for different fields. So you would also getting the notifications. Tools for recruiters. There are also, if you're a recruiter, I'm a recruiter, I have a lot of tools on LinkedIn to hire a perfect fit for my company. High usage rate. LinkedIn is now very, people are very active on LinkedIn, because when I started on LinkedIn, LinkedIn wasn't like that, but LinkedIn is now like a hub of opportunities. Everybody is trying to make sure that they are seizing every opportunity in every part of it. Access to candidates, the recruiters can have direct access to the candidate. For example, instead of adding your number on a CV, if they would like your profile, they can simply send you a message that we like to connect with you or to discuss with the opportunity, instead of calling you or sending you an email. So this is how it works as well. Essential for strategies, of course, LinkedIn for recruiters and talent acquisition. If you have multiple options on LinkedIn that you can buy, uh, multiple tools, or you can have multiple approaches to get a perfect fit for your role. So the things which we can do, the recently LinkedIn added the video section, which is like on the reel section on Instagram, shorts on YouTube. So you can also optimize this new thing. If you think I want to start on LinkedIn but want to start big, You can start with coming with your videos, sharing your videos on LinkedIn. So this is opportunity that you can have. LinkedIn Live, you can also have, there are people who are coming on LinkedIn Lives that they have the section that we're announcing. We're going to come on LinkedIn Live. They can talk to people directly, LinkedIn Stories, LinkedIn Group, and integrating LinkedIn with other platforms to maximum impact. For maximum impact, there are a lot of platforms that you connect with LinkedIn. So, like Microsoft projects, seamless communication, maintaining connections. So there are a lot of tools available. For example, if you have a lot, like me, I get a lot of clients messages and I get a lot of requests of clients. I would have a tool that can do anything, everything for me automatically on a pilot mode. So it's up to me that how I'm going to use it. So key takeaways is complete your LinkedIn profile, make sure it's professional, active engagement. It's not just creating a profile, but to visible, you have to connect. You can also post the articles, you can post stories, you can comment, you can do anything. Leverage platform features. LinkedIn has a lot of features. It also gives certifications and training whatsoever. You can also use that integration with other tools, which I already mentioned. Maintain strong online presence. It also helps you in maintaining strong online presence. And I think it's the time for the questions. And I think it's the very last time, but I'm open to your questions. If you would have any question, please let me know.